Hello everyone and welcome to today's Love Island cooling off. The cooling off debrief is going on for a very long time, but guys, have to warn you, this time next week, Big Brother starts. So I will probably shift to coverage of Big Brother. Of course, I will always keep my toe in the Love Island pool, which is where everyone's toes should be. Now, what do Gary Lineker and Shakira have in common? Well, of course, as you know, they've both played football at a championship level. No, not at all. But apparently, Shakira has been picked to be part of Gary Lineker's new show for ITV. As you know, ITV have snapped up Gary Lineker since he left the BBC, although some say he was fired from the BBC, but I think it's probably a meeting of both, a firing and a leaving at the same time. Now, this is what we know about the show. It all seems very cloak and dagger, but I'll tell you what we know. Love Island Shakira's first star to sign up for a huge ITV quiz show with celebrity host. ITV snapped up Gary Lineker when he quit the BBC to host a new challenge show, The Box, and the dating show favourite will star. Top secret filming for the thrilling new programme began this week, and we'll see Shakira star alongside a host of big-name stars. It comes after The Sun told how ITV were keen to place this year's Islanders on its prime-time shows. Remember, we spoke about that a little while ago. To capitalise on the buzz around the summer series. A source said, all eyes are on The Box, as it's a new format and it's Gary's first for ITV. But signing up Shakira is a smart move because she remains a big favourite with the younger audience and is smashing it outside the villa. She'll rub shoulders with big household names, but execs are confident she'll hold her own. The Sun revealed Gary, who recently won Best Presenter at the National Television Awards, has been snapped up for the show last month and told how it's a massive hit in Norway. So here we have a format from Norway being brought to the British market, with Gary Lineker at the forefront and Shakira being one of the first, I presume, contestants. I don't know if she's going to be a regular appearer on the show, but yeah, appearer, is that a word? Appearer Shakira. There we go. We'll match the two together. I don't know if she's going to be regular, but she's going to be on it. And I think the format of the show, which is called The Box, is celebrities are put into a box and then they seal the box really, really, really tightly with tape, glue, wood and nails, and the first celebrity to get out of the box wins. I'm joking. That's not the format. I don't know what actually happens in the game. I could have done more research and looked up the Norwegian version, but I've been rather pressed for time today. So, are you happy about this? I mean, obviously, I guess, you know, like I said, there were rumours some of the Islanders are going to go on I'm a Celebrity, so ITV recruiting them for their shows does make sense. I'm just not sure whether people are interested much in game shows. Do you watch game shows? I know some new ones have started on ITV recently. There was one on last night, and I just sit there and I think, When I was a kid in the 80s, game shows were massive. They were Saturday night entertainment. Everyone watched game shows. But I just feel these days they're kind of like, yeah, tea time stuff, you know, tea and a biscuit watching The Chase, I get. But do we want many more primetime game shows? I don't know. But let's see. Gary Lineker's the star leading it. I guess he has a following. I guess they'll tune in. And I'll be curious to see Shakira in a different setting, but I think she'll be fine. You know, she's a children's entertainer. She seemed to be able to hold her own absolutely brilliantly in Love Island, so I don't see why she wouldn't be able to hold her own here. And who knows what else it could lead to for her. I guess a lot of these stars, who, quote-unquote stars, who finish reality TV, some of them are looking for a regular presenting job, and why not? You know, you look at Alison Hammond, she's an ex-Big Brother contestant, and you know, since leaving that show, look at where she is now. It's managed to work very well for her. I appreciate it doesn't work that way for all of them, but some of them clearly have the chops to do presenting, and I think Shakira would be absolutely fine in this particular area. Now, some Dejon news. Now, I know some of you think I really don't like the guy, but this is not bad Dejon news. If you're a Dejon fan, this is good Dejon news. So Dejon has been designed to an agency. Now, he's been signed to the Cannes Management Company. Let's have a look at this. The Cannes Group, I stand corrected. Now, they represent Peter Andre, they represent his daughter, Princess Andre. They also represent Jeremy Kyle. So that's an interesting one. I mean, it's quite a small management company. They don't have absolutely tons of clients. Gary Lucy, they also represent him. And I'm not exactly sure what sort of things they're going to achieve for Dejon, but I noticed an Instagram post in which he has said here that he is represented by the Cannes Group, and the Cannes Group also posted pictures of him at the premiere of the new film starring Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. So clearly that's a PR opportunity for them. Now I've got to admit, I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised that Dejon managed to land a management deal. Not because I don't think he's worthy of a management deal, but I just thought all the stuff surrounding him after the villa would, mean he could potentially be quite a difficult client to pitch. I'm not saying he's a difficult person, just a difficult client to pitch because of the stuff surrounding his exit from the villa, the book, and all that kind of stuff, and everything that's been said about him. But clearly I was wrong about that, because they must see potential in him, otherwise why would they sign him in the first place? So I'll be curious to know where they're going to place Dejon, whether they're going to put him in modelling, whether they're going to try and get him to do some presenting. I'm not entirely sure where it goes with Dejon, because I know he was launching a YouTube channel, but he launched that several weeks ago, and thus far there's no content on the channel at all. So I don't know whether he's abandoned that or whether he's just thought I can't be bothered. I mean, it is a lot of work sometimes doing videos and having to edit them, so I get it. But I thought he would have posted something by now, but we've had very little. So he's active on his Instagram page, but, they all are, aren't they? And they know they have to be active. If they want to stay in, you've got to be active on Instagram. But sometimes the long-form video format of YouTube gives people opportunity to kind of stretch a bit and, let them show us a bit more of their lives, and we can get to know them a bit better that way. But let me know what you think about Dejon getting signed. And I don't know if Meg's been signed. I haven't checked that, but I'm sure... Has she been... I don't know. I should check, actually, and see if she's also been signed by the same management group. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with him and what we're going to see more of with Dejon, because, I'm just curious. That's all I'm saying. Now, I know something that everyone is begging for, and that is another podcast. What we all need in our lives is yet another podcast. So Shakira was doing a live the other night, and she posed the idea of the BIG3 podcast with her, Tony, and Yasmin.
Guys, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna use some brainstorming here. If this is all hypothetical, if hypothetically me, Tony, and Yas made a podcast, hypothetically, of course, what should we call it? And you just help me cook. Hypothetically, of course.
Would you listen to this? You see, even though I think it would be potentially interesting, I do have to say there are just so many podcasts, aren't there? And another podcast, you just think, I can't. Your brain cannot keep up with the amount of podcasts there are right now in the world. I don't think another podcast is needed. Do you? And the thing is, I also find with a lot of podcasts, maybe you feel the same way about this, is that they're so long, some of them, that no one edits these podcasts down. I think there should be a 30-minute length to all podcasts. Sometimes these people put their podcasts up and it's like an hour and a half. And it's them just talking for an hour and a half. I mean, you're bored already. I've only been talking for about 6 minutes. So I think it's a great idea if it can be really edited down so that it's snappy and brief and has like a really focused vision. Because I feel a lot of podcasts just lack vision. They just have, let's just chat. And I think, but after a while, chat goes all over the place. We get completely lost and we don't know what we're talking about after a while. So would you listen to it? I think a lot of people would, but do we need another podcast? Let me know if you think another podcast from these three islanders is warranted. And if you agree, then good for you, and good for mankind, and womankind, and every kind under the sun. That's about all I've got for you today, guys. It's quite a brief Love Island debrief. The briefer the better, and we will see what happens this week. I'm sure things are going to happen. I just have that feeling in my bowels. There we go. What a gross way to end. Thinking of bowels. And I'll leave you there thinking of bowels, and I'll see you again later on. Good evening.